Hello YouTube, my name is Nero, and today we have the 100th episode of Dear Nero. Dear Nero, of course, is the weekly series here on my channel where subscribers send me in fan mail and or fan questions, and this is the 100th episode of us doing so. So, if you factor in that there's 52 weeks in a year, you would think we've been doing this for just under 2 years, but truth be told, I've missed a few weeks, so we've been doing Dear Nero for over 2 years now. It's crazy. I remember when I first started this series, you know, it was back during Modern Warfare 3, about halfway through it, and I decided to start doing this series, and here we are 2 years later, over 2 years later, and we're doing episode 100 of Dear Nero. It's crazy. It's crazy. You know, it's tough for Let's Plays, right? Let's Plays are a lot easier to do than Dear Nero, because Let's Plays, you just kind of play a video game, you record it, whatever. It's not, you know, not too much thought really involved. But to do Dear Nero like this, where you guys are involved and you guys are sending in the questions, and I try not to do repeat questions, and the fact that it's made it to 100 episodes, that's crazy to me. So we've got 100 questions for this week's episode of Dear Nero. They're all shorter questions. I tried to make sure that they're short so that we don't have a 100-minute episode, but hopefully it goes rather quickly. I would prefer it not to be like a 2-hour-long video or something, but I'm going to do my best not to ramble on with the questions. We're not going to be featuring your guys' names in these particular questions, because I feel as though that's just going to add on to the time. Plus, there are a lot of these questions are sent in by the same person, because people would send in these questions, and they'd have like a list of 10 of them or so for this week's episode of Dear Nero, and I went and put them all in there, because we need 100 questions, and 100 questions is a lot of questions to ask. So we're going to hop into these with the first question. He's going to write, Dear Nero, would you rather have 1 million subscribers or $100 million? I think I'd rather have the $100 million, because one, then you're basically set for life, and then two, I can put a lot of that into my YouTube channel, and then I might be able to hit 1 million subs just because of all the cool stuff I'll be able to make, because I have $100 million to make videos with. Question number 2. Are you allergic to anything? No, I have no allergies. I think I occasionally get like the seasonal allergies, like during the spring or something. I might sneeze for a day or two or something. I don't know what's up with that, but for the most part, no, I don't have any allergies. Question number 3. What is your favorite color at the moment? When I say at the moment, it's red, but it changes a lot between like red, green, and blue. So right now it's red, probably going to be different tomorrow. It changes a whole lot. Question number 4. When is your birthday? My birthday is on November 17th. Question number 5. Do you drink coffee? I don't, actually. I don't drink coffee. I really don't consume a whole lot of caffeine at all anymore. I actually, yeah, I don't really consume a whole lot of caffeine anymore. I used to drink a whole lot of pop, but now I drink maybe 1 pop a day. Because usually, like, midway through the day or so, like, you know, people call it, like, the 2 o'clock slump or something like that. I think that's the expression. You know, after you've been up for maybe 7 or 8 hours or so, you kind of feel a bit sluggish. And then I'll drink, like, a Mountain Dew Game Fuel or something. Because Mountain Dew Game Fuel is delicious. But other than that, I don't drink a whole lot of caffeine. And I definitely don't drink any coffee. Question number 6. What is your favorite TV show right now? I'd say that'd be King of the Hill. I like King of the Hill a whole lot. I don't watch a whole lot of TV shows, honestly. I can't remember the last time I did watch one, but King of the Hill is amazing. I love watching that. It's sad that they canceled it and it's no longer being made, and I don't even think it's on Netflix anymore. So, it's my favorite show, but I don't think there's a way to watch it aside from like pirating and stuff, which I don't want to do that. So, I haven't seen it in a while, but King of the Hill is my favorite show. Question number 7. What is your favorite spell in Skyrim? Well, I played a bunch of Skyrim, never learned any real kinds of spells. Basically, I played a Wood Elf, and I would have 2 different setups, right? I would use either the bow, and the bow is really cool, especially if you would have like high damage with your bow and you'd sneak attack somebody, and then it gets, you know, the cinematic of the bow flying through the air, then going into the person, going for the one-hit kill. Or I would use dual daggers, and if you sneak up on a bad guy, and you're, of course, stealth, and you attack them with your dual daggers, and you have enough damage in your daggers and whatnot, then you'll just kind of like one hit them and like slit their throat and stuff. As brutal as that sounds, it was really cool. So I never actually used any of the bow or any of the spells really, aside from like the fire destruction spell that you get like right away. So I didn't use a lot of spells in Skyrim. I basically used the bow and dual daggers. Question number 8. Would you ever consider growing a beard? I would. if I could. I want to grow a beard, but I can't. See, basically, I get the mustache, and I get all the, I don't know what you call it. I get all the hair that you grow on your chin. I even get some underneath the chin, going down my neck and such. But I don't grow hair on the sides of my face for like a beard, and I don't grow hair between where the mustache goes and where the chin hair goes. Like, a little gap right there. I can't grow hair there, so I can't even grow a proper goatee. I want to grow a beard. I'm 22. I want to grow this beard, but I can't. I don't grow facial hair in most of the places on my face for some reason. Question number 9. If you could choose between Call of Duty ever existing or the lives of 100 random people, which would you choose? I would choose the lives of 100 random people, and here's why. If Call of Duty never existed, I think we'd all be fine, Call of Duty at one point, I think, was like the game I always played, and it's a game I only wanted to ever think about. All I ever wanted to do is play Call of Duty. But now it's like, I can play Call of Duty, sure, but I play a bunch of other games. I play a ridiculous amount of other games. Actually, if you combine all the other games I play versus Call of Duty, I play more other games than I do play Call of Duty. If Call of Duty never existed, my YouTube channel would still exist. It just wouldn't be mainly Call of Duty stuff, right? So I'd definitely rather have 100 random people. I couldn't live with the fact that I chose like 100 people to die so I could play Call of Duty. I'd rather have the 100 people alive. Question number 10. Have you ever played a Mario game? Actually, I have. It was on the Game Boy Color. I don't remember which one it was. Maybe I don't know if it was a Game Boy Color game. It was a Game Boy game. I had it on my Game Boy Color. Yeah, that's the only Mario game I ever played. Never owned any other Nintendo system aside from a Game Boy Color. Question number 11. Borderlands pre-sequel. Yay or nay? Definitely yay. Definitely looking forward to the Borderlands pre-sequel game. It's going to be coming out not too long from now. Question number 12. What is your favorite soda? I'd say overall, Mountain Dew Game Fuel is like the greatest, most delicious drink ever. It's got way more caffeine than your typical drink, which I don't even really care about the caffeine part. I just like the taste. It's ridiculously good. Mountain Dew Game Fuel should be sold year-round. I don't know if it is, because they released it a lot more early this year than compared to other years. Usually they only release it for like, I don't know, September, October, November, in that time frame. It's out now. It's been out for a while. I wonder if maybe they did like a worldwide release. I don't know, but it's delicious. Mountain Dew Game Fuel and the cherry version of the Mountain Dew Game Fuel, not the green kind. I don't remember the flavor of it, but yeah, definitely the cherry kind. So good. Question number 13. What is your favorite alcoholic drink? Well, I don't drink, and I haven't since I was like 17. I don't have a favorite alcoholic drink. Just not a drinker. Don't really like it. Question number 14. What is your favorite chip? Damn. I guess pizza Pringles are delicious. So I'd say that's my favorite chip. Question number 15. Who did you enjoy watching before you started making your own YouTube videos? So before I started making my own YouTube videos, the people I watched was Wings of Redemption, Hutch is Your Daddy, which is Hutch if you guys know him. I watched a lot of Beyond and HQ Fighter. I guess those are the big ones. Hutch, Wings, Beyond, and HQ Fire were the people I watched the most before I started making my own YouTube videos. Question number 16. What shoes do you wear the most? I have a black pair of DVSs. I'm not even sure exactly what kind that they are, especially like what kind of DVS they are, but it's just a black pair of DVSs. The thing about black shoes, they look good with just about everything you're wearing. Skateboard shoes are ridiculously comfortable, so I still wear those, and I like them. And if they ever wear out, I'll probably get another pair pretty much similar to them, because I'm very, very happy with them overall. Question number 17. What kind of car do you have? So I drive a 1995 Eagle Vision TSI. Feel free to Google that. It's a very old car. I bought it for $500 from my neighbor just because I needed a vehicle. Recently, I've been looking more towards getting an actual vehicle, like, one that's not almost 20 years old. It's just a matter of, what kind of vehicle do I want, how much I'm willing to pay for a vehicle. I'm looking towards a new vehicle, but it's not because I want one, because my car can run fine and it gets me wherever I need to go. But I want to start building more credit, and I don't have a whole lot of credit. So I want to build credit, and part of that is I want to be able to buy a car and then get a car payment. I mean, I could buy the car outright, but I want the credit. Like, it's weird, but I've been talking to a few people at dealerships and stuff. They're like, wait, so you don't even really want the car? I'm like, no, I don't really want a car. I want to build credit, and buying a vehicle and then making the payments on the vehicle with a car payment is one of the best ways to build your credit. And so that's the reason I'm trying to get a car. I don't even necessarily, I don't use my car. I'll use my car maybe 2 or 3 times a week. Like, I don't use it, but yeah, I am looking towards getting a new vehicle, but my current one is a 1995 Eagle Vision TSI. Question number 18. What is your favorite sport? I would say American football, definitely. Question number 19. What is the worst movie you have ever seen? Well, the worst movie I've ever seen, for me, I think is Secret Window. It was alright throughout most of the movie, then the ending was stupid. And I don't watch a whole lot of movies, so when there's a bad ending like that, it really sticks out to me. So to me, Secret Window is the worst movie I've ever seen. Just dumb ending. If you guys have ever seen it, you guys probably agree. Stupid ending. Question number 20. Do you prefer markers or colored pencils? I prefer markers way more than colored pencils, and I prefer pens way more than pencils. That's not in part of the question, but I figured I'd throw that in there. I like pens. Like, all throughout high school, all throughout school, I always used a pen. Even in math class, like, always use a pencil so you can erase your work. No, I hate pencils. I like pens much better. Question number 21. What is your favorite caliber for hunting? Well, the only gun I hunt with is a 30-30 Winchester, so I use a 30-30 round while I'm hunting. Question number 22. Are you religious? I am. I do believe in God. I'm not super religious. Like, I don't go to church or anything like that, but I do believe that God exists. And I guess if you had to classify me into a religion, my family is Protestant, so I guess I would fall under that category. Question number 23. Do you watch hockey? No, I don't. I've tried. I just can't get into hockey. My cousin's really big into hockey. I can't get into it. Question number 24. If you had to stay at one age, what age would you be? Well, I guess I would stay at the age I'm at now. See, I'm 22. I'm old enough to legally do anything. There's no, like, after you hit 21, you're old enough to do anything you would ever want to do in your life. There's no age restrictions for really anything except for, like, I don't know, joining the AARP, you know? So I guess I would stay the age I'm at now, 22. I guess this is like almost one of the, close to the peak of your life, you know, in terms of physical condition and how your body's working and stuff. So I guess I'd stay at the age I'm at. 22 is a pretty good time. Question number 25. What is your favorite zombies perk? I think the obvious one is Juggernaut. I mean, it's amazing and it keeps you alive longer, so I'm going to go with Juggernaut. Question number 26. Do you watch Game of Thrones? I don't. No, I don't. Question number 27. Have you seen any war movies? I have. I've seen a bunch of them, and my favorite one is Enemy at the Gate. Would recommend. Question number 28. Who made your intro? I wish I knew. I don't remember. It was like 3 years ago. Or not 3, but about 2.5 years ago it was made for me. I don't have the guy's name anymore. I don't even think I ever added him to Skype. I think it was through YouTube, like, personal messages that he put this thing together and sent it to me. I wish I knew. I really wish I knew, because I love my intro, and just about everyone that watches my video agrees with that. My intro is awesome. Question number 29. How long does the average Dear Nero take to make? So if you factor in, it's tough because of the time change, right? So if you factor in that the average Dear Nero is 30 minutes long, so it takes a while to get the gameplay. But I don't really consider the gameplay part of putting together the video, but it takes a while to get 30 minutes worth of gameplay for the video. All right, that's part of it. And then recording it, it's going to take, you know, probably a little bit over 30 minutes, because there's certain things I cut out of the video and stuff like that when you're, of course, editing the video together and such. So I take out a few things. So I'm going to say probably 35 to 40 minutes to record the commentary. Probably, you know, another 35 to 40 minutes to edit together the commentary, because I listen through every single bit of it and I put it all together. And then probably an hour to render it and probably 2 hours to upload it, including processing time. So what are we looking at here? We're looking at 3 to 4 hours or so to put together a single episode of Dear Nero. That's why I prefer not to have them very long, because the longer they are, you know, the more editing I have to do, and the longer it takes to edit, and the longer it takes to render, and the way longer it takes to upload, and then the video gets up late at night. And so that's why I prefer them to, I try to keep them around 30 minutes. I'm not even sure this one's going to be able to come close to that, but yeah, I try to keep them not ridiculously long, I think, because Dear Nero does take a long time to put together. Question number 30. What internet browser do you use? So I use 2 of them, actually. So I basically have my YouTube channel logged into 2 different browsers, so I can easily switch between the 2. For example, I use Google Chrome primarily, and that's where I have NerosCinema logged into. And then I have Mozilla Firefox with Nero's Let's Plays logged in, so I can just, you know, instead of logging in, logging out, logging in, logging out every time I want to upload a video or do something or whatever, I just have 2 different browsers, one for each channel. And that's how I use that. But primarily, I use Google Chrome. Question number 31. Are you a fan of the Halo series? No. I tried. I just can't get into it. Question number 32. Do you have a PlayStation 3? No, I don't. I do not have a PlayStation 3. I've had one before. Wasn't for me. Sold it. Question number 33. What is your favorite sandwich filling? I guess if you're going for sandwich meat, it would be turkey. If you're going from, like, just fillings overall, it would be like peanut butter, because peanut butter is amazing on everything. Question number 34. Do you plan on making more Battlefield Hardline videos? when the new beta, there's gonna be more than one beta, so I've heard. So I'm assuming whenever that comes out, of course, I'll make more videos when the new beta comes out. Hopefully, we'll have a new map to play on, some new things to experiment with and such. And of course, I'll be playing the heck out of the game when it actually comes out, like I do with every Battlefield game. Question number 35: which Call of Duty was your least favorite? I'd say Modern Warfare 3 was my least favorite. Didn't like that game a whole lot. It just really wasn't that fun for me. Question number 36. What is your favorite food? It's shepherd's pie. Although I've heard that there's different kinds of shepherd's pie. So basically my favorite food. This is basically what it is. Shepherd's pie is what we call it. I'm not sure if that'd be considered that around the world. So basically it's a casserole. And in this casserole there is mashed potatoes and there is beef and there is corn and there is green beans and ketchup and cheese. And it's all just in one giant casserole and it's freaking delicious. Apparently there's different kinds of shepherd's pie. That's basically what's in the one that I like the most. It's amazing. It's really, 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 really good. Question number 37. Will you ever live stream again? Yeah, I'm just not sure when. You know, I don't know. Live streaming, it's all right to do, but it's not something I'm like, oh boy, I can't wait to live stream. You know, I'm never super excited to live stream or anything like that. So maybe in the future, maybe I'll catch the live stream bug. A lot of people are moving over to that. But I don't know. I'm just not really into it. Question number 38. Why did you stop playing League of Legends? Mainly because the matches are really, really long. I'm not a big fan of how long the matches are in League of Legends. And there's a giant skill gap in that game. I'm not trying to say like, oh yeah, I just can't get... I'm not good at it. You know, the game itself has a giant skill gap. And it takes a lot to learn. Like many, 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 many hours to kind of fully understand what's happening in the game. And how to play different things. And to understand what each character can do. Be it the ones you're playing as, the ones on your team, the ones you're facing. There is a lot... There's a big time investment you need to make in the League of Legends. And I'm just not interested enough in MOBAs to really make that investment. Question number 39. Do you like fried potatoes? Well, sir, I guess I like any kind of potato. And it's blowing wind really hard outside. I wonder if you guys can hear that. I guess I'll check when the recording comes if you guys can hear that. It's going to be storming. There might be some thunder in this episode. We'll have to see. But do I like fried potatoes? Yeah, I like any kind of potatoes. Potatoes are delicious. One of my favorite... Mashed potatoes, in fact, is one of my favorite foods. They're delicious. Question number 40. Do you have a significant other? No. I've been single for a few years now. And I'm alright with that. Because, you think about it, some people, like, they have, like, this longing to be with somebody. You know, they always need to be in a relationship. I know some people in my life that are that way. That they, you know, ever since... You know, probably like early high school, they've always had a girlfriend, or if it was a girl, they've always had a boyfriend, or whatever the case may be. You know, they've always had someone with them, and you know they just can't stand not having someone with them. I'm not like that. I'm really happy being alone, if that makes any sense. Because like picture me. I try not to drag on these questions, but picture my life. My life consists of playing a ridiculous amount of video games, making videos of said video games, and that's also my job. It's pretty freaking awesome. You know, there's no hole in my life that I'm trying to fill. My life is freaking amazing. And so I don't actively go out and look for a girlfriend or anything like that. It's just not something I'm into. I mean, I'm just not really into the whole idea of being in a relationship, you know, constantly worrying what they're doing. And it sounds like work. It sounds like a lot of work is what it sounds like. So I just don't... I just haven't actively looked for a girlfriend in a few years now. So, question number 41. How tall are you? I am 6'3". Question number 42. Charmander, Squirtle, or Bulbasaur? The only right answer to this question is Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur is awesome, severely underrated. No one picked Bulbasaur. They all went for the damn fire dragon or Squirtle because he's cute. But Bulbasaur! I love Bulbasaur. He's so cool. Question number 43. What is with your thing against marijuana? Well, my thing with marijuana, right, is that if you get caught with it, it can ruin your life. If you don't get caught with it, it can still ruin your life. There's many people in my life that I've seen that got really into marijuana, and it has completely ruined their lives. Not just one, not just two. I'm talking literally close to a dozen people in my life that marijuana has ruined their life, be it they've been sent to jail, or be it that it's completely consumed their lives to the point where that's what they do. Their entire thing is they buy marijuana for people, and they sell marijuana for people, and they smoke it all the time, and their whole life is consumed by marijuana. If you get caught with it, it's horrible for you. If you don't get caught with it, it can still ruin your life. Bad thing overall. Not a fan of it. Question number 44. Do you have any mods on your controller or possibly a custom controller like Scuff? No, I've always just used the regular stock Xbox controller that comes with it. So I never really looked at custom stuff. I don't like the idea of scuffs. I don't like the idea of modding your controller, but I do like the idea of like a customized controller, not with trigger stops, not with all your fancy jump paddles, not with your fancy different kinds of sticks and all the stuff that scuffs do to mod their controllers, which is horrible. But like, I don't know, what if my controller were to be red instead of black? You know, like that, like painting, like a paint job on your controller, that stuff's cool. Modding it, like what Scuff does, that's not cool. Question number 45, what is your favorite race in Skyrim? So, I'm just going to put this across for like all the Elder Scrolls games. My favorite race would be the Wood Elves, which are called the Bosmer. My second favorite would be the Khajiit, because they're pretty awesome. Question number 46, how much money do you make off of YouTube? All of it. I make all of it. Question number 47, what is your favorite gun in each Borderlands? Well, I guess the answer is the same for both of them. I like the Hellfire. The Hellfire submachine gun is a really cool gun in both of the Borderlands games. So I'd say my favorite gun in both Borderlands games would be the Hellfire, which of course is a legendary submachine gun. Question number 48, why don't you show Modern Warfare 3 gameplay? Mainly because I don't like the game. I don't have a whole lot of fun with Modern Warfare 3 at all. Question number 49, do you like the TV show Doctor Who? A lot of people do. I've never watched it. I don't watch TV. I've never even seen it. Question number 50. Do you think that Astros are overpriced? Well, here's the thing. Astro headsets, they get a good rep as being a very high quality headset, but they do cost a whole lot. Are they overpriced? I can't really say because I've never used them. I don't know what their quality really is like, but at the same time, their price is so steep that I've never even wanted to try them. So perhaps they are overpriced. I don't know. I don't know. Question number 51. Do you see yourself still doing YouTube in 5 years or so as an occupation? I do. I don't feel as though YouTube's going anywhere. I don't feel as though I'm going anywhere, or I hope I'm not going anywhere. So, yeah, I can see myself being here in 5 years. That'd be awesome. That's the goal, I guess, is to be here as long as humanly possible, because YouTube's awesome and I love doing it. Question number 52. What is your favorite map in Black Ops? I'd say my favorite map in Black Ops, which this changes a lot, you know, your favorites and stuff. I think Jungle is definitely one of the best. Nuketown is probably my favorite in Black Ops. Jungle and Nuketown, Firing Range, all those are great maps. I liked a lot of maps from Black Ops. I think overall Nuketown probably be my favorite, but I like them all. They're all, just about all of them. I guess a few of them are pretty bad, but I like most of the maps in Black Ops. Question number 53, if you could keep one car, what would it be? I don't know. I'm not sure what my favorite... I guess a 1957 Chevrolet Corvette's one of my favorite cars of all time, because I had like a toy model Corvette that my grandparents got me when I was younger. And so growing up, I would always look at this model car. I'm like, wow, that car looks really cool. So that's been one of my favorites. So I guess if you're asking if I could just randomly have any car in the world, what would it be? I guess it'd be that car, because it's a really cool looking, very, very old car. And I don't know, it's pretty unique. I like the way it looks. So Google that, 1957 Chevrolet Corvette. It's a very cool looking vehicle. I like it a whole lot. Question number 54. Do you play GTA 5 a lot? I don't. I got bored of that game after the first few weeks, and I'm still angry at the fact that they promised us heists in the pre-game launch trailers, and we're over 8 months in, and we've still seen hide nor hair of these heists. So, bait and switch, Rockstar. Why are people not mad about that? They've done a complete bait and switch. Hey, buy our game. We're going to have this cool heist feature in the multiplayer as well as an online stock market. Neither one of them is there 8 months later. How do people not consider that to be a bait and switch? Like, literally, Rockstar should be handing out refunds to people. Because for me, that's the only reason I bought the game. The idea of playing with your friends in the multiplayer and doing heists and stuff, that was the reason I bought GTA 5. I could care less about the single player. And that's the reason I bought the game, and 8 months in, it's still not there. So, Rockstar, bunch of scumbags. Bunch of scumbags. Question number 55, will you be doing a Sniper Elite V3 Let's Play? Now, I looked into the game. I like the Sniper Elite games, but I don't like the setting. It's set in Africa, which is one of the most boring parts of World War II for me. If it were set in, like, you know, Stalingrad or set in Germany or any, like all the other Sniper Elite games, then probably I would. But the fact that it's set in, like, deserts and Africa, and so I don't like the setting, and therefore I'm not really going to be... I'm not even going to pick it up. I still haven't, and I don't plan on picking it up. Question number 56. Besides Advanced Warfare, what upcoming video game are you most excited for? So, I'm definitely excited for the new Madden game. That is going to be awesome. I'm really pumped for the new Madden game. I'm also pumped for the Borderlands, the pre-sequel. All of these are, of course, going to be releasing relatively soon. So, that's going to be pretty awesome. So, Borderlands pre-sequel and Madden 25. No, it's not Madden 25. It's Madden 15. Madden 25 was last year. Madden 15. It's weird, the number system in Madden, right? But Madden 15 is going to be pretty cool. Excited for that game. Question number 57. Have you played any sports? I played a ton of sports growing up. I played about just about every sport growing up besides from hockey. So I played American football, and I played basketball, and I played baseball, and I ran track and field, and I played soccer as well. So, if you're wondering about the positions I played, I'm trying to go quickly. The main position I played in American football was safety on defense and wide receiver on offense. In basketball, I switched around between all the different forward positions. In baseball, I mainly played outfielder. In soccer, I was a defenseman, something like that. I forget the term. In track and field, I was a high jumper and a 100-meter sprinter. Question number 58. If you could teleport to a country, which one would you go to? I guess I'd want to go to England of all the places. I always kind of want to see England. I guess not England, the entire United Kingdom, I guess I should say. I guess I would TP over there if I could. Question number 59. Do you own any pets? Yes, I have a cat, and her name is Stormy, and she's adorable. Question number 60. What did you want to be when you grew up? Well, growing up, I wanted to be a professional wrestler. I think I chose a very different life path than that. But growing up, I was really into wrestling. I liked it a whole lot, and I wanted to be a wrestler when I grew up. But of course, that was when I was like 8. Question number 61. Will you ever go to a convention like PAX East or E3? I don't think I'll ever go to any of those unless a company were to pay for me to go there or something like that. Because one, it costs a lot of money to go there, and two, I'm just not interested in it. You know, the stuff you learn at PAX, stuff you learn at E3 is all the same stuff we learned on the internet. You know, there's no real reason to ever go there besides meeting up with people or something like that, which I'm not interested in doing that either. Question number 62. When you started YouTube, do you think that you would make it this far? No, I didn't. Question number 63. What is your favorite number? I have 2 favorite numbers. One of them is 7, and the other one is 10. I like both of those numbers a whole lot. Question number 64. What is your favorite animal? I like wolves. Wolves are my favorite animal. Question number 65. Do you prefer pants or shorts? I prefer shorts all the time because pants are uncomfortable if you're sitting in a computer chair all day like I do. So I wear shorts all the time. Question number 66. Do you like black licorice? No, I don't like that evil black magic. Who likes black licorice? It's awful. No. Question number 67. What is your favorite Call of Duty? I think it's a toss-up between World at War and Call of Duty 4. Those are both really good games, and they're both the games I started out on. I like them both a whole lot. Question number 68. What is your favorite flavor of ice cream? I would say Ben & Jerry's. Oh, what is the brand of it? Half-baked from Ben & Jerry's. It's like chocolate ice cream and vanilla ice cream and cookie dough and brownie chunks. It is delicious. Highly recommend. Would recommend. Half-baked by Ben & Jerry's. Very expensive, but very good. I eat it all the time. Would you ever do a fan meetup for question number 69? If I were to ever go to an event, I guess, I wouldn't hold like a specific, like, okay, guys, this is what we're doing. We're having our own little thing. We're going to call it NeroCon. We're all going to meet in Pittsburgh. I don't think I would do that. That would be weird. But if it were an event like E3 or PAX and I happen to be at it, then I guess I'd meet up with people there if people wanted to. But I wouldn't make, like, you know, a NeroCon or something like that. That'd be weird, right? Question number 70. Who is your favorite actor or actress? Like I say, I don't watch a ton of movies, but I like Adam Sandler in a lot of different things because he's pretty funny. Like, especially back in the day, he was pretty funny. And usually if Adam Sandler's in it, I like the movie. So I guess if I were to pick a favorite actor, it'd be him. Also Tom Hanks. I don't think I've ever actually seen a Tom Hanks movie I don't like either, so both of them, pretty good. Question number 71. Do you prefer vanilla or chocolate Oreos? Definitely chocolate Oreos. They are delicious. Question number 72. What is your favorite block in Minecraft? I think I'm irrationally fond of the gold block because gold, for some reason, I feel as though I find more diamond than I find gold. And when you're playing like regular survival, you know, gold doesn't even really help you out that much unless you want to make some powered rails or something. But I like it for some reason. I was like, oh, dude, I found some gold. Sweet. I don't know why. I don't know why I like it, but I think gold's my favorite block in Minecraft. I don't know why that is, though. Question number 73. How well do you think the Cleveland Browns will do this year? I think they will have a winning record if they start Johnny Manziel. I think that they will have a losing record if they start half the season with Brian Hoyer, then switch to someone else, or let Brian Hoyer quarterback the entire season. That's how I feel as though it's going to go. They have all the building blocks in place except for Josh Gordon, who can't stop getting high to play in the NFL, which he's one of the best receivers in the damn league, but he can't stop getting high or driving drunk. Freaking what? Yeah, Browns just get rid of him. It's terrible, but they have really good defense. Ben Tate's new running back. That's going to be great. Johnny Manziel. I really hope they should start Johnny Manziel. I'm telling you, throw him in there. like they did with Peyton, like the Colts did with Peyton Manning. They threw him in there just right to the wolves. What they did with Peyton Manning, he went 3-13 his first season, and a lot of people were like, "Oh no, he's a bust. Oh, 3-13, he's so bad." Very next season, he went 13-3. You just throw him in there, let them learn, let them adapt, and now Peyton Manning's regarded as one of, if not the best quarterback of all time. Do the same thing. Do it with Johnny Manziel. Throw him to the wolves. Start him right away. If he has a bad season, who cares? Start him again next year as well. Then you'll see how good he really is. Question number 74. Are you looking forward to Pokemon Omega Ruby or an Alpha Sapphire? No, not really, strangely enough. I didn't play a lot of Generation 3. I was never super into Generation 3. I did a Let's Play of Pokemon Ruby on my Let's Play channel, but just really not into Generation 3, so I'm not super psyched about it. I'll probably get it and play it, but I'm not super excited about it. Question number 75, who's your closest YouTube friend? I guess that'd be Wildcat, because I talk to him just about every single day, so I guess that would be Wildcat. Question number 76, have you ever been asked to join any team? Now, I'm assuming this question's like Optic or Envious or any, competitive team or sniping team or I don't know, anything like that, right? Now, I've never actually been asked to join any of those teams, and even if I were, I would turn them down because there'd be no real benefit. Like, oh boy, guys, now my name is Nero Envy or something like that. It wouldn't make any sense. There's no point in me joining a team. So I haven't been asked, and if I were, I would turn it down. Question number 77, what size is your TV? It's 33 or 34 inches. Maybe, actually, I think it's 33 and a half, so I guess it's both of those. So it's about that size. Question number 78, why do you think Titanfall fell off the radar? Same reason most people think. It's because there's not enough to do in that game. Once you get over the initial concept of, oh boy, I'm at Titan and I'm double jumping and I'm wall running, there's nothing to do in that game. There's not really a really good progressional based system on there. There's barely any guns. There's no customization. It's the same reason everyone says Titanfall fell off the radar. It's because it's not that good of a game. Not that much to do. Question number 79. What is your favorite non-Call of Duty game? Now, this is tough because it changes a lot. So right now, given all the time I put into it over the past month or so, I'm going to say Elder Scrolls Online is a really, really fun game. I'm also a fan of Hearthstone. I've also played a ton of other games. Of course, Borderlands. Borderlands is a very, very good series. I play a bunch of different games outside of Call of Duty. I'm not sure if I have a set favorite, though, because I jump between a lot of them. I also play a ton of Civilization 5. That's a really good game, too. I don't know. I play a bunch of games. I don't know if I really have a set favorite, but those are some of my favorites. Question number 80. Do you think people will give Titanfall 2 a chance if they were to make it? I definitely think they would. Everyone was excited for Titanfall. Everyone gave it all the chances in the world, but there just wasn't enough to do in that game. So if a Titanfall 2 were to come out, I think it would sell just as much, if not more, than Titanfall 1, and it would hopefully be a better game because it'll actually add stuff to do, and it'll actually add weapons into the game. It'll actually add customization. So Titanfall 2, I think, is going to happen, and I think it's going to be amazing. Question number 81. Do you prefer the Xbox 360 controller or the Xbox One controller? I like them both, I guess, but I think I'm leaning more towards the Xbox 360 controller because I've used that for like, how many years now? 6 years, 7 years, something like that. I've had the Xbox 360 controller for a very long time. I'm very used to it. It feels very natural. Where the Xbox One, it feels a lot, it's a lot smaller, it feels a lot more, I have big hands, it feels weird. I can get used to it. It's not that bad, but I think I'd still prefer the 360 controller. It's a lot bigger. Question number 82. What is your favorite weapon out of all the Call of Duty games? Well, I actually did a top 10 guns in Call of Duty, and the same answer still reigns true for me, and it is the Call of Duty 4 M16. That gun is really, really, really awesome. Question number 83. What is your favorite food culture? I'm not even sure if this is the food culture, but I guess American? What culture would you consider this to be? Like hamburgers and hot dogs, like that kind of stuff. Like Italian's good. I like a lot of Italian food, and some Mexican food is good and stuff like that. But for the most part, like hamburgers and hot dogs, if I had to pick, because I eat burgers more than anything. So I guess American? Would you consider that to be American? I have no idea. But yeah, whatever culture that is, I choose that. Question number 84. What series do you have the most fun making? I think I have the most fun making Dear Nero because there's really no thought involved. It's me answering questions, and you guys, I get to interact, and you guys get to, I guess, learn more about me on a more personal level, I guess, and it's fun. I've been making it every single week. This is the 100th episode, so I'd say Dear Nero is my favorite series to make. Question number 85. Do you wear glasses or use contacts? I don't. I've actually had really good eyesight all my life, although the past 3 years of my life doing YouTube full-time and staring at a computer screen like freaking like 8+ hours a day, I feel as though I'm starting to get a bit nearsighted. So that might need correcting in the future. I'm not sure. But yeah, it feels like I'm getting nearsighted because I look at a computer monitor or TV so often. So, but yeah, other than that, my eyesight is really, really good. Question number 86. Do you think you'll ever get to 1 million subscribers? Hopefully, maybe, we'll see. You know, if I put in the time, put in the work, you know, maybe we'll get there one day. Who knows? It's a possibility, and I guess that's the goal, is to keep on growing on YouTube and keep bettering myself. So that's the goal. We'll see. Who knows if I'll ever get there, though. Question number 87. Have you ever ditched school? So I did once. I think it was in 10th grade or so. All my friends left school, as they usually do, because a lot of them were starting to get into drugs and stuff. Like, we go back to the question where I talked about marijuana ruining lives. This was kind of towards the beginning of marijuana ruining all their lives. They all would start cutting school a whole lot. And I cut with one of them, or I cut with them one day, and I was so paranoid that I couldn't even enjoy the fact that I was outside of school. It was awful, and I never left school again because it wasn't even fun. It wasn't even fun. I'd rather would have been in school during that time. Question number 88. What are your PC peripherals? So I'm assuming you're meaning like accessories for my PC. So I use the Black Widow Ultimate keyboard and a Razer Death Adder mouse. And my headset is an Audio Technica something rare. I think it's like ATH 50s or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. I hate when headsets or brands or anything have like a bunch of random numbers and letters. It's always hard to like, you know, figure out which ones they are. But yeah, it's an Audio Technica something or other headset and two different Razer keyboard and a Razer mouse, because they glow up green and they look really, really, really cool. Question number 89. Why did you decide to partner with Machinima over any other network? So Machinima was actually the first network that would take me, but they were actually the biggest network at the time as well, and I'm still with Machinima, and I have really no plans to ever leave Machinima because they're a really, really good network. Despite what you hear people saying, Machinima he's never done me wrong. I've never gotten a pay cut. I've always gotten ridiculously good, partner support. You know, anytime I have a question, I can talk to someone like within the next 5 minutes and get a hold of somebody. The contract I have is really good. I love them. Machinima's great. I don't think I'd ever want to leave Machinima. Question number 90. What is your favorite breakfast food? So, I guess pancakes. Pancakes would be pretty good. I don't know if you consider this a breakfast food, but I'm going to say this, though. Sausage gravy over biscuits is ridiculously good. But that is good, like, you know, you can have that for lunch, you can have that for dinner, you can have that for breakfast. It's a ridiculously good food. I guess I could consider it a breakfast food, too. That's really good, though. Really, really good. Question number 91. I am still into Black Ops 2. What map packs would you recommend? I guess the first map pack, I think it was called Revolution. It had the map Grind on it. It came with the Peacekeeper. That was a pretty good map pack. That was a really, really good map pack. And if I had to pick like one out of all the map packs to get for Black Ops 2, it would be that one. Question number 92. What is one thing from your childhood that you really wanted but never got? I guess I wanted a computer, but that's back when computers were ridiculously slow and ridiculously expensive, and you had to turn off your phone to be able to get on your internet and stuff. But my grandparents had a computer, and they lived right across the yard. We lived out in the country, and our houses were next to each other. And yeah, so I just went over there if I ever wanted to use the computer. I would do fantasy football, and I would play RuneScape. I didn't play a lot of it, but I played a little bit of RuneScape, and I would mainly, because I watched so much Nickelodeon growing up, I would like get on Nickelodeon.com or Nick.com, wherever it's called, and I would play all the Flash games and stuff on there. So I wanted a computer, but they were ridiculously expensive. I wanted one, but I understood why we never got one. It's because how expensive they were, and I would be the only person in the house that actually wanted to use it, because my mom and my dad at the time had no interest in using a computer or anything like that. So I can understand why we never got one, but that's one of the things I wanted. Question number 93. What is your favorite game mode in Call of Duty? War is really good. I really like War, but if I had to pick one that's actually in every single Call of Duty just about, I would say Domination, with Kill Confirm being a close second with my favorite game modes. Question number 94. What is your favorite event from history? It sounds weird to say it's my favorite event, but I guess it would be World War II. And it's not my favorite because, oh boy, 60 million people died, yay! It's my favorite because it's what I have the most interest in out of any event in history. So I guess that would be considered to be my favorite. Question number 95. Have you ever played any of the Fallout games? I've played Fallout New Vegas, and couldn't get into it. I really couldn't get into it. You can't sprint in that game, for crying out loud. It takes forever to go anywhere or do anything, and you're out in the middle of a desert, and it's like, just couldn't get into it. Question number 96. What Xbox 360 console do you currently have? I have the 250 gigabyte one. I don't think it has a name, but I used to own the arcade. Then my arcade broke on me, and then I got the Xbox one, the one that has a 250 gigabyte hard drive that comes with it. I got that one. Question number 97: what weapons do you have in your collection? I only own one gun. It is a 30-30 Winchester lever action rifle, and I like it a whole lot. Question number 98: would you give up YouTube for the house and car of your dreams for free? I don't think I'd do that. So if I were to give up YouTube and then have the house and car of my dreams, I still don't think that'd be that great. I think I'd rather do YouTube because, okay, I have that house and car of my dreams. Oh boy, now I don't have a job. Now I don't have something that I've been doing every day for 3 years that I'm passionate about and I enjoy doing. And if I work hard enough at YouTube, maybe one day I'll be able to get the house and car of my dreams, you know? Maybe I like YouTube. I don't think I wouldn't give it up for really anything, I don't think. It's really, really great. Question number 99. Do you speak any other languages? No, I don't. I can count to 10 in Spanish, and I can ask you what your name is in Spanish, but other than that, I can't speak any other kinds of languages. And the last question, question number 100. Dear Nero, if everyone on Earth were listening to you, what would you say? Well, I would say youtube.com/NerosCinema. Go subscribe and like my videos. And then, of course, there's 7 billion people in the world. Even if 1/7 of all the people in the world that were listening at that one time decide to actually go to my YouTube channel, I just got 1 billion views. So that would work out pretty freaking well, I think. But that concludes Dear Nero episode 100. It looks like it's going to be a longer one, but that's okay because that's what Dear Nero usually is. 100 episodes. We don't have that very often. Of course, we've never had it before, and we'll never have it again here on Dear Nero. So that's pretty cool. If you guys like to send in your guys' questions for next week's episode of Dear Nero, which is going to go back to the normal format where it's not going to be a quick question, quick answer. You can make longer questions and stuff like that. For next week's episode of Dear Nero, send me a personal message here on YouTube, and that's all you really got to do. Just send me a personal message here on YouTube. If you don't know how to do that, you need to go to my YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/NerosCinema. Click the About button, and then from there, you're going to see a Send a Message button. You can send me your message there, and next Wednesday, I will go through all the questions and put them all in this little text folder, and then read them all off and answer them, and that's how Dear Nero seems to work. So, hope you guys all enjoyed episode 100 of Dear Nero, and if you did, please be sure to leave a rating. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.